tlohellang ho hotspot amatswalo a batho, because you're gonna miss out on life. You're gonna miss out on life.
Even in the waiting, know that there is beauty in the waiting, and we'll be okay, man. We'll be all right.
And always honor the commitments that you make to yourself. I think that is very important. Just creating that relationship with yourself to know that when you commit to yourself that you're going to do something, you get it done.
Hi everyone. Compliments to the new year. Compliments to 2025. I know we're well into 2025, but compliments still. And this is the first video for the channel in 2025. This is the first episode for whatever it is that I'm trying to do. I call them episodes because calling them videos is kind of weird, guys. If you have been basically up to date with my social media, I'm sorry for looking around. I'm just looking at something. If you have been looking at my social media, you'll know that I have an initiative that has a podcast right now out called Kind Knowledge, and this particular video is in contribution to Kind Knowledge. So basically, Kind Knowledge is the therapy to avoid therapy. Basically, what we want to do with this video precisely is motivate ourselves to keep having faith, keep having hope, and to try to maintain consistency in 2025. And basically to believe in yourself, but mostly faith, hope, consistency in 2025. And I have invited 3 people to actually add their little clips to this video, particularly motivating you, motivating me, motivating themselves, because this is not just for you guys, we're also doing it for ourselves. We also need that motivation. We're not trained, we're not qualified to motivate, we're not qualified to put you guys into therapy or whatever, but we're just, this is as per our hearts, as per our experiences, as per our desires, and what we want to see, not only from ourselves but from everyone. And sometimes someone needs sometimes someone needs to hear someone they do not know, or someone else say something encouraging. If you know me, if you have watched my videos on this channel, if you have listened to the Unfiltered with Crystal J podcast, you will know that I believe in a faith center. You cannot always depend on us on earth, the people that live on earth. Everyone has their little baggages that they travel with, so you cannot not depend on us. You have to have a faith center. And there's a particular verse in the Bible that says 2 Corinthians 7-9, I think. Basically, we live by faith and not by sight. We live by what could be and not what is. We live by the things that motivate us to keep trying, and not the things that have demotivated us, the things that have put us in positions where we really didn't want to do this life thing anymore. We were hurt, we were sad, demotivated, and so I love that verse so much. It's the one that makes me show up every day. And I hope these videos, this particular one and the upcoming ones, I hope they will give you a sense of you're not alone. Number 1. Number 2, we are all going through shit every day. No one knows what to do. No one knows what to do. I'm doing these videos, but I still don't know what to do with life. I still don't know what to do with the challenges when they come. But what I do know is I can try to actually show up to the challenge and to actually do something about it. And the following people in these videos also feel the same way, and reach out to us, comment section, podcast, DMs, inboxes. Reach out to me first, I think, and then you can reach out to the others. I think please follow them, and please don't forget to subscribe and like and share this video with those that you love and their friends also. With that being said, I think we should get into their videos, and this is me signing out. But I hope you enjoy the first episode for 2025, the first video for 2025. Until next time.
Sanbonani, everybody. I hope you are well. We are knee deep into 2025. Crazy times. I do hope it's been a great year for you so far. Whether it's through your dreams slowly coming through, unraveling, and even through the challenges, I hope that you've been able to navigate through any challenges that life throws at you with grace and courage, and you've been able to redirect that energy, to just further propel you for the rest of the year. So we are in February right now. So, the year has definitely gained some momentum. However, I do think it is also a really great time to just think about what you want for yourself for the rest of the year. And think about it in a positive way of what could the year turn like if you knew that you had all the power in you to make it happen. I mean, I saw this very interesting meme earlier this week, and it was speaking about how, we go to restaurants and we don't know who the chef is, but we still trust the food. And we go into a plane, we hop onto a plane rather, and we trust that we're going to reach our final destination regardless of who the pilot is. And now the question then becomes, why can't we have the same faith with our own abilities when we are the ones who have all the power and control of our future? In terms of just really driving yourself and making sure that, you do the best that you can to achieve your goals. And so, I really think that it's very important that, this for the rest of the year, take the moment to just reflect about what you want and most importantly, going for it boldly with your instinct, with your heart. And just do what you want. I think this year, whatever dream, whatever aspiration, idea that is planted in your heart, go for it. Go for it fearlessly. Go for it. Not even when you don't have a clear idea of what it is. I think sometimes we get so held back by wanting the right words, the right image, the right ideal situation to be in before we go ahead for our dreams. And sometimes life is not going to give you the right situation. You have to really create it, right? So basically what I'm saying is just do it. Go for it. Believe in yourself. It was planted in your heart for a reason. If something is keeping you up at night, I'm pretty sure we've heard that a couple of times, but something is keeping you up at night, go for it. Just do it, Opportunity sometimes also only knocks once at the door, So I feel like when you still have that fire in you of a great idea, of an inspiration, doesn't even have to be like an insane creation, but just going for what you want. I think you should definitely go for it this year. That's definitely the time to do it. And I would say for myself as well, it's definitely something that I've picked up on, that I may not always have the full idea of what I want, of where I'm going, but I know I will definitely always move with instincts, my heart. Just keep and trust yourself that you know what you're doing. Trust yourself that you'll make the right decisions for yourself, and always honor the commitments that you make to yourself. I think that is very important. Just creating that relationship with yourself to know that when you commit to yourself that you're going to do something, you get it done. Build that relationship with yourself. Let's spend more time this year as well building a relationship with ourselves and trusting ourselves. And yeah. In summary, this is the year to do it. go for everything you want to go for and believe in yourself. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. I'm Ndimenhle Pongane. Lovely spending some time with you. Yeah, and I hope you have a lovely year ahead.
Gods and goddesses, hi. I hope you're good. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you can't claim to want everything in life and then give half of yourself because you're afraid of disappointment or pain. I mean, where is the fun in that? You can't put yourself in a relationship, or rather be in a relationship and then say, I'm not going to give it my all because relationships end anyway. If that is the mindset, why be in it? I came across a guy on TikTok. His handle escapes me. He said something that really stuck with me. I'm paraphrasing, but his message was very much clear. If I want to cherish my woman, take her out and make her the center of my world. That is my choice. Do not tell me that it is wrong, because that is how I wish to give love. Just simply do you and I will do me. At the end of the day, the choices we make belong to us and us alone. Yes, indeed, we can learn from the experiences of others, but sometimes those very experiences, especially the painful ones, keep us from embracing the beauty of what life still has to offer. So, love fully, live fully, be yourself unapologetically, because holding back out of fear only robs you of the magical experiences life has to offer, especially when that fear is not originally yours. Tlohellang ho hotspot amatswalo abantu, because you're gonna miss out on life. You're gonna miss out on life.
Itumeleng, everybody. My name is Itumeleng and Ndimenhle, but I also go by Tukis for those of you who know me. So today I'm just going to speak to those of you who are in your waiting season, but I also feel like this can be applied to everyday life. It can be applied to anything that you're doing. I remember recently having a conversation with one of my friends about this. So for a little bit of context, I'm turning 24 this year, and most of my age mates are like long-term relationships type vibe. Some of them are getting engaged, some of them are already married, some are having children, like it's like serious life things. Like some people even have like permanent jobs, they've moved out of home and whatever. And like sometimes you sit and you're just like, yo, when is that happening for me? Like, when is that happening for me? And you tend to compare, you always compare, and you're just like, okay, so I have a job, but I didn't have a boyfriend. And, some people are getting married. Some people have been dating for like 5 years and whatever. And it brings me back to this famous quote that says, comparison is the thief of joy. Like we get so focused on comparing our lives to other people's lives that we forget to focus on the good that we have. I mean, sure, we might not have everything that we want, but we've got something, we've got something. And sometimes I feel, honestly, I know I'm guilty of it too. I tend to take the things that I have in my life for granted because I sometimes focus on what's missing, on the things that I don't have. And honestly, it's crazy business. It's crazy business. But, nakimoto aholetseng kerekeng. So like when times get tough for me and when I feel like I'm in this dark hole, I always make reference to 2 verses in the Bible, because like I've got a book that can be reference solution to all my problems. And the first one is Isaiah 60 verse 22, which says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Like I will make it happen when the time is right. And I think sometimes it may be a bit difficult for you when you're waiting, praying on something because you feel like you're ready for it. But we need to remember that our timing is not the same as God's timing. God's timing is the only timing that's right. Everything else, is a movie, is a story. And then the second verse is Jeremiah 29 verse 11, which talks about, for I know the plans that I have for you. Plans that will prosper you. Plans that are not going to harm you. Plans that will give you hope and a future, So, like, even when the going gets tough, when I'm just like, yo, here, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like, I always try to remember that God has plans for my life, God has plans for my life, and I always try to remember that. So for those of you who are in your waiting season, I say to you, always remember that God has plans for our lives, and those plans are plans that will give us hope and the future, plans that are going to prosper us. They're not going to harm us. They're not going to put us down, and they're not going to do any of that. So even when the going gets tough, just remember, Hore, God's timing is the right timing. You know, people love saying, Hore, we can plan, but God is the one who decides. And sometimes we forget it because we're human. It's bound to happen. But I feel like it's always a good thing to kind of sort of just remember, you know, keep these in the back of your mind, you know. Otherwise, love and light for the rest of the year. I know sometimes waiting is not easy, but what you have waited for and what God has given you is going to be the most beautiful thing that you could ever receive. So even in the waiting, know that there is beauty in the waiting, and we'll be okay, man. We'll be all right. Bye, y'all.